This is sad. This is really sad. Now, Aaron Hernandez, if y'all don't remember the story, okay? NFL player, ended up had a bad temper, CTE. He was gay. All this shit came out. Ended up murdering somebody, going on trial for murder. They uncovered that the man was secretly gay, even though he was married to a black woman. And then he killed himself, okay? Before he killed himself, he made sure that he left his money behind before. And he kind of killed himself just so he wouldn't have to pay restitution and stuff like that to the family. So basically, he offed himself so he wouldn't have to go through that, and his family could keep the little bit of money that he had, all right? And so she's been a good sport playing through all of this, okay? Just holding the fort down, because I would be utterly embarrassed, okay, to find out that not only was my man a murderer, an NFL player, but he was gay, and he was, just all these things. And then he was just suicidal. It's just too much. And then she's left with children, this negative persona in the public eye, and now all of a sudden the estate wants to come after her because they say that she's taking money from her daughter's estate to pay bills. $10,000. $10,000. First of all, these are her children, okay? These are her children. And the amount of debt that Aaron left her in, okay? She needs that money. She needs that money. So the fact that they want to come after her about her children that she raising, because he left her to raise them, all he had to do was do the time he would have been home in 30 years. But now, he didn't want, he saw the easiest way out and said, you know what, I'm just going to off myself, and I ain't got to pay restitution. We ain't got to pay all of that. We ain't got to worry about that. I'm just going to sacrifice my life for my children. He put everything in trust accounts. And if she had to go to, and I remind you, his salary paying for the houses and the cars, lawyer fees and all that stuff, the money dries up. So she has to dip into the trust account. And 10 grand, and now they want to say, the lawyers over the trust want to say, oh, she's going into the trust account. What, she going into it before you get to it, bitch? Because that's what I see. I see the lawyers, because you got trustees over a trust account. I just see the lawyers mad at the trustees, mad that she's getting the money and they can't get to it. So, bitch, you get in it and you using it to pay your bills and we can't get to it. Leave this woman alone. She done been through enough. It's too much. Come on now. Let that lady go. 10,000, 20,000. Who gives a f? It's her money. She raising the kids. It's child support. And she got to come out here and make a statement. I wouldn't have said them that. I would have been like, it's either I go in a trust account or y'all going to put a GoFundMe up for me, bitch. Now, what you going to do? Which one's it? Okay, you going to open the trust? You going to open the trust? We're going to open the trust. Moving on. So this is interesting. So, black market organ donating is illegal. Okay? Very illegal. I mean, so illegal that girls are booking BBLs in countries like Dominican Republic or Turkey and, in these other countries, and they thinking they're going in for a BBL and they come out probably with a BBL but missing a kidney or two, and all types of organs, okay? And so the state of Massachusetts has decided to try to put forth a law that's going to discount prisoners. Doesn't matter what you did. Doesn't matter who you killed. Doesn't matter if you were in the business of black market organ donor. If you decide as a prisoner to become an organ donor, you can now have your sentence reduced. I got to tell you, they got them working the farms. They got them doing everything that the slaves was doing, and now they got them coming out damn near with a half a heart, replacing their hearts with pig hearts that only work 2 years because they are deeming the prisoners as useless, as just pretty much animals, guinea pigs. And sadly, there's going to be a lot of prisoners that do this because they're trying to get out of jail. I just don't know what our world is coming to. I don't. To be able to entice them and offer them a deal saying that if you give me a kidney, I'm going to reduce your sentence by 1 year. You're going to get out 1 year earlier. But you've extended the life of someone 20 years. Shouldn't you get time reduced for the amount of life that you're giving the person? But no, they don't give a shit. They figure that these prisoners anyway are gonna wound up dead. They're gonna be back here. Hell, they're in prison. What the do they need a kidney for or a heart? I guarantee you, they got them signing paperwork saying that if they die in prison, okay, they will use their organs because they don't need them. I'm telling you, this shit is going to open up a whirlwind of shit. And you can't tell me, listen, I don't talk about devil nothing like that. And I ain't going to say no names, but there was a particular young girl that came up, not missing, but dead. Okay. And the way she came up dead, you cannot tell me that it wasn't organ donor. Like, you cannot tell me they didn't take her organs. Like, I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want it to get back to her family, and I'm very, very funny about that because a lot of people watch my show, okay? Whether it's on the app or whether it's on YouTube, and when I think about this story, it's like, and I've researched this story. You cannot tell me that this little girl was not a victim of black market organ donating because it just had it written all over it, okay? And they figure when they find these young black girls, a lot of them when they go missing, a lot of kids, it's particularly black kids most of the time, because our genetics are a lot stronger, per se, than our constituents. And so this is just opening the door to some really shit. It's like, why wouldn't you value their life? A lot of people sitting in jail, and he was supposed to be sitting in jail, but because it's like, I don't know how I feel about this. This is just so dark. Let me get this off the screen. I don't know. All right, so Remy Ma, I think a lot of people have always doubted the allegations against Mike Tyson. Okay, he was young. He had a lot of money. A girl, it was actually a black woman that had complained and, pressed charges on him and everybody always questioned that. But Remy Ma, interesting enough, came out and told the story. I don't know why she told this story, but she was doing a podcast with Mr. Jason P., okay? And mentioned that Mike Tyson, I remember this scene because I watched the movie on Hulu, okay, where he offered women like cars in exchange for sex. And so randomly she comes out, she says she was forced by two of the guests on Jason P's show to talk about this. For what reason, I don't know. But she says that she was one of the women that he had offered a BMW to in exchange for sex. And he came off like he was aggressive. And when I thought about that, I said that they just put that in a movie. How coincidental. And that's very specific. It's very not Pacific, but specific. And I'm just like, did she have anything to do? Here's my thing. When stuff comes out like that, I don't think it's by coincidence. I think it's very, very much planned and staged, because like, how would they have that specific information? Like, if she was the woman that he offered a BMW to in exchange just to have one night of sex with her, and he was very aggressive about it, and it was put into a movie before she came out on screen, like, to talk, I'm just thinking about the conspiracy theories here, because I'm like, first of all, he's already done time. And what does this have to do with anything? Like, are you trying to prove to us that you're, because here's the thing with Remy Ma. I know Papoose loves her very much, okay? And I know she loves Papoose. But it's always been rumored that Remy Ma has likings for others. Okay, this is no secret at all. Chelsea, I'm sure you've heard this. Girl, you ain't heard in New York that what Remy Ma like? Okay. And I feel like this whole relationship with with Papoose is kind of forced. It's built on loyalty, like he was there for, you know what I'm saying, when she did a lot of time in prison. And for her to come on the show and randomly, you know, speak about him offering her a car, and I'm just like, I don't see that happen. It just seemed kind of forced to me, as if she was trying to force onto us that somehow men found her that attractive. Like, or that desirable. Not to say that she's an ugly woman. I don't think she's ugly, but she's always carried herself extremely masculine. And like I said, it's no secret. Everybody has always questioned, you know what I'm saying, what she's like, but Papoose has always been there. So they kind of had no reason to question, but nobody else was also trying to get there. And so for her to come out and all of a sudden speak on this, and it's like, you're married, you have kids now, what was the reason? And I think, honestly, that's probably where she was going with this, and she had a lot to do with that piece of information being put into that Hulu movie, because I'm like, how would they even know that? Mike Tyson ain't had shit to do with that movie. Nothing. That was a biography about him. So I'm just gonna leave that at that, okay? All right, moving on. Who's next? Don't forget, today we are offering on shoptkdeals.com the sea moss drops. This is something that everybody needs to have in their diet. It has 98% of the vitamins and minerals that the body needs daily. We have this in mango. We also have it in pineapple. It has 10,000 milligrams of Irish sea moss, the same sea moss that Dr. Sebi preached about, and the same sea moss that a lot of the health gurus preach about as well. It also has spirulina, which is very potent in vitamins and minerals as well. It has zinc, burdock root, and vitamin C, okay? Use the coupon code TK10 to get your sea moss drops. This is our mushroom Vitamix, okay? The T-cell, NK cell Vitamix, very potent. The reviews on the website say everything. This is used to help optimize T cells, to help optimize natural killer cells, which kill off cancer cells in the body and things like that. It's been used in a ton of therapy. It's been in Chinese medicine for years, and people are raving about this. All you got to do is Google shiitake mushrooms. This is shiitake mushrooms along with turkey tail, some lion's mane, some cordyceps, all blended down. You can either cook with it, you can put it in your smoothies, you can drink it in water. Either way, you need this about twice a week. And if you're not down with the powder, we do have the gummies, all right, which has all of that in there. Shiitake mushrooms. It also has the reishi mushroom, has the chaga, it has the white button. And so all of this is condensed down into the mushroom extract complex. And also we have the mushroom 10X, okay? That's available as well on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off of your first order. Don't forget, guys, we are featuring the Koji Cocoa Soap. This is something that I use to help even my skin tone, clear dark marks and things like that. This is available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? Be careful about using it on your face. Yes, it will lighten the dark marks, but it will lighten your face as well, and you don't want to be out here looking like Nene Leaks, okay? This is the Koji Cocoa Soap. We have the sugar case. I am so in love with the body oils, and you guys are too, because you're emailing me about them. These are body oils infused with like glazed donut fragrances. We also have watermelon squeeze. We have, let me put this up. We have the watermelon squeeze. We also have the Georgia peach body oil, okay? I usually put these on when I get out of the shower, wet, let them soak into the skin while the pores are open. And then, of course, I carry a bottle around to touch up. It doesn't leak. And that's one thing that I like about this Black-owned body oil company, is that they don't leak all in your purse. I could travel with these. They don't spill. I don't know where the hell she got these bottles from or the oils, but she's doing her thing. You can access the sugar case on my website. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. And last but not least, we have our top seller, which are the Active 8 fasting drops. If you are really trying to fast, if you are really trying to suppress your appetite, the right way, the Active 8 fasting drops is the way that you need to go. The reviews on the website speak for themselves. If you're looking for appetite suppression, which means you have to start first thing in the morning, okay? and you put the drops in your body, you put a little water in your body, and you just do a water fast throughout the day. People are emailing me saying, hey, Tasha, they work better than any type of Ozempic or semaglutide that's out there. It just helps to settle the gas in the stomach, and the stomach tells the brain that you're not hungry no more, okay? And so the fasting drops are available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 and let me know how much weight you've lost personally using the active drops, okay?